Hey everyone, I hope everyone's doing great. I'm going to take a few minutes to tell you about this patch that I've been working on. It's a morphing patch that is made up of a total of 8 different amplifiers, 4 on the A through D on one channel and 4 A through D on the second channel. And typically it's clean morphing into dirty. A little later in the video I'm going to tell you some of the technical aspects of how the patch works, as far as how to set up your expression pedals and how to program the modifiers. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and let you hear the 8 different scenes. All right, here's scene number 1. It uses the Fender Vibrolux and the AC20. It's a clean morphing into a mild gain. All right, so here is scene number 2. This uses a Supro and the same AC20 that was in scene number 1, and I'm using the pickup configuration number 2. All right, so this is scene number 3. This uses a Fender Deluxe along with the high watt, same pickup, position number 2, and yeah, this is just another really great sounding combination. Scene 4 uses the Marshall 1987 Jump, and the way I have it set up is I've got the low gain version of the amp and then the higher gain version of the exact same amp. So here we go. Here we are with scene 5. This one uses the Fender Deluxe Verb and the Marshall 1987 Jump. This is scene number 6. This uses the low gain version of the Marshall 1987 Jump along with the Friedman. This is scene number 7. This uses the Supro along with the high watt, and again I'm in position number 2. This is scene number 8. This uses the vibrato Lux along with the Friedman. As promised, here is a technical explanation of how this patch is working. So the first thing to take note of is I have two expression pedals. I have one that is dedicated to the morph, which really is just assigned to this balance control right here in this first volume block. So for me, I plug that into, I have an FC12, but I plug it into the FC1 pedal 3 jack. So if you don't want to have to remap this patch, pedal 3 right there is what you'll need. And so what that does, I have a left path and a right path. So you got to go down through here, and anything that has an input select, you got to make sure, like in this case, it's set to left. Okay, left. You'll notice that the delay doesn't have that. The chorus doesn't have one either, but then the reverb does. So same with down here, just the converse of now this is right and so on all the way through. So you got to make sure to set that up. So again, I have a dedicated expression pedal just for the balance right here, and that's the morphing feature. Then I have a second expression pedal, which is the Mission Engineering SP1, and it has the expression pedal, but it also has the toe switch for the on and off. And so what I do is I've put a volume block in each one of these paths, and I have the volume now assigned to pedal 1. And what that does is it allows me to control the volume for each one of these and each path. So what they do is they work in tandem. If you adjust one, they both go at the same rate. I have them set right here just before the time-based effects. If you wanted to move them over here, it would simulate more of adjusting your guitar pickup, your volume level, versus right here where you get the nice fades off the reverb and delay. So, but then what I do is I have a wah pedal set up, and so with this wah, it by default is off. Okay, but I have it now set to pedal 2. So that's the toe feature on the Mission pedal. And so you notice these two have been reversed. Instead of being pan left and pan right, one of the users here in the forum, Chris, showed me this trick several years ago, and it's really handy. So by doing that, and again pedal 2, you'll notice that over here I have bypass and I have pedal 2 the same, but these are left and right. These are panned out here. So what it does, you go back over to here and the bypass, they're opposite. So what it does is it keeps them, their on and off state opposite of each other. So when I hit that toe switch, this is going to turn on and these are going to turn off. So here goes. And you see that turned on and both of these turned off. So now when I go in here, since this is bypass, when I go here, FC1 pedal 1 is adjusting now the wah portion of the pedal, whereas when this one's turned on, that same one is adjusting the volume. You just don't want them to work at the same time. Another thing I did is I put a compressor right here, and I have it set up, again, it's reversed right here, pedal 2, So when I turn that wah on, it'll turn this compressor on. I like it to kind of help smooth out the wah just a little bit. And once again, these volume pedals become inactive. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit the toe switch again. And you notice now that's turned off and this is turned back on. So that works really well to be able to use one pedal, to do all that. Couple other things real quick I just want to point out. Because of all the stuff that's inside of this patch, it rides high on the CPUs, but I've been using it. I've been working on this thing for a long time, and even though it does get up here, it's never crapped out. It's never glitched or anything. So it's a little disturbing sometimes when you see it blink red, but it's never been an issue. If that scares you for whatever reason, then you just need to take a few things out of here. Same with the cabs. Because of the amount of CPUs, I've only got one cab per instance of it, A, B, C, and D in both of these. If you put another one in there, it just it ramps that up too high. So one of the things you can do if you don't want to use the wah that I've got in here, just simply put a shunt right there. Put a shunt right here, put a shunt right there, and put a shunt right there. So again, the wah, this additional compressor, and both of these volume blocks, and then you'll be left with just this volume block, and that'll do the morphing. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and it would be really neat to see what some of you can do, and maybe post something with your own favorite combination of amps. So with that, hope you enjoy the patch.